We are living in times where false allegations have been normalized. Your life can be changed and destroyed in a blink of seconds. A scream for help could put you or land you in prison because many allegations can be made falsely against you. People avoided responsibilities, accountability, and because you also refuse to compromise, you can be placed in situations whereby you're being blamed and allegations made against you. And worst of it is in situations whereby your economic status, your color of your skin, your religion, or even the power dynamics can put you in a place whereby you can't even stand up and say it's not me. And some people look at this and say, wow, this thing is like, it's happening to so and so. But there's something we are forgetting. This thing was embedded in our families, even when we were kids. What do I mean? How many children, especially when right now during these holidays, how many, when you are kids, even you or yourself, I'm a firstborn, how many people do you know were falsely accused by their parents because their parent could not account to something, and because you challenged them respectfully, they looked at that as something that's disrespectful? How many people were flogged? How many people were punished? How many siblings were blamed for the issues of the younger siblings and they were not even there? And how many times did people come and clap as they watch you being flogged, yet you did nothing? So this culture of false allegation started in our homes. You're being blamed for something you don't know, especially if you're dealing with a mother. Because let's say you challenge her respectfully. They tell you something, but tell no, this is not the one, it is this. A shout. Next thing you know, either it's your father or any male figure will step in. You will be flogged till you can't even move. And then later on, the same parent will come and try and appease you with something. Already you have injuries, and already your name has been tarnished. And worst case, if they are respected by the community, whether religiously, whatever it is, no one will hear your story. Let's say you've gone to visit a relative or a friend or a neighbor, and let's say you're having a good time, you just go, maybe even some meal, and then maybe they are freaking some type of way because people out here are very creepy, and you refuse to participate in something. Little did you know, as you took that meal or that drink, it was laced. Something happens to you out of not your consent, if you know what I mean. You realize you want to raise an alarm. If you are a lady, the woman of that house will claim you wanted to take a partner. Mind you, they've taken advantage of you. If you are a guy, the woman in that house will claim you want to take advantage of her. And they'll put it in a way that you can't get out. Sometimes I look at delivery men and women and some of the challenges someone would face. You're making a delivery. Your client is on the inside, you're on the outside as usual. They make a scream, you run in to figure out what's going on, only to find yourself being placed in a compromising situation. And then they say you did something. By the time the neighbors come in, everybody's coming in, yo, you did it. No, you didn't. I'm not going to listen to your story because by the time even someone realizes you're innocent, a lot has happened to you. There was a time, and I think it still currently happen, where mob justice used to be very prevalent. Where I grew up, mob justice was so prevalent. And what happened over time, thieves realized they can actually use this to their advantage. So what would happen? A thief would rob you. Let's say it's a gang of 5 or 6. As you're chasing one, the other four start saying you're a thief. Remember, you're chasing someone. And so people will think it's a thief chasing an innocent person. Mind you, you are the one chasing the thief. And many innocent men, mostly men in this one, found themselves in situations whereby a group of people would gang up and attack him. Mind you, this person is very innocent. He's chasing a thief. And because of the mob culture, the person will be lynched, but years later, some of these cases are revealed. Sometimes they're never revealed. And like I said, I grew up in a place where there's mob justice. It was so prevalent. But I can tell you for free, some of these things I looked and I was a kid, I was like, no, this person didn't do it. We live in a time whereby when someone tells you, I've been in the car hire, and I remember if someone was to give me a car, or you get and tell you, or you, same as, let's say someone says, take this car, you can go pick it from so and so. The first rule I always did is to inspect the car with the owner of the car, take photos, and even call the person who sent me. Why? Because someone would have an issue with their car. Who do you think they'll castigate blame on? You. Let's say you're working and your company or your colleagues have compromised on something. They want you to be part of the clique, but you don't want to be part of it. And then, because your boss is part of it, they instigate something. And then you get to be pulled in innocently as you're respecting your boss. And then all of a sudden, they start saying you did ABCD. Unless by God's miracle, a proper audit is done or a thorough investigation is done, your career is cooked. Sometimes cooked to the point whereby you are thrown. There are people who get into careers, senior level careers, top level, not knowing that those promotions are actually traps that have been set. And so in that position, doesn't matter if you're CFO or a CEO, what they don't know is already the company has been drained all through time. And then criminal investigations are there, revenue authority is there, suppliers are there. And then that person who's in that position, all fingers point at them. By the time they say, I just got here, they say, well, you are the person in this position. Unless they get a very good lawyer, they are cooked. Not everybody who's been locked up has been locked up. There are people who, especially if it's stepfather, stepmother kind of situation, many people have been locked up because of false allegations made by minors who were well trained by their parents. And some people are locked up. So this issue of false allegation didn't start yesterday. It started in our homes. It started in the institutions we went to, where a teacher would blame you for something you've never done, flog you, and your fellow students would be clapping, the teachers would be clapping. But all you did was point an error. But it's something that you as a person can say enough is enough. And that is why you see older people, many people, when they leave their families, their homes, people don't go back. Not because they hate their parents or some of their siblings, no. They've seen what it is to be nice and how that can be taken advantage of. And so there are people who are very comfortable sending money to their parents, but you will never see them step. Why? Because they still have the trauma of all the lies they blame. Why do you find this issue whereby people are uneasy to let their kids with their parents? Why? Because your child is treated so well and all these things, and then you ask your parent, why did you do ABCD to me? And this child of mine, you're treating them so well, and they tell, oh no, you're a kid. Like, no, not my child. And just like that, a grandparent is denied to ever get close to a child because you're like, no, you destroyed my life. I won't watch you pretend to love my own. It's real and it's valid. Because we live in a time whereby if we do not stop this type of culture, many lives are going to be destroyed. And the worst painful part is, as long as there's a power dynamic, nobody hears your story. There's a reason we always to never go to a relative's home and stay more than even the first day. Don't even sleep there. Because all of a sudden things start disappearing. all of a sudden you start being blamed or placed in places of compromise, and because you don't want to compromise, you start being told you did things that were never there. False allegations are destroying families, communities, leaders compromising because of the campaign they took. And at the end of the day, society is becoming worse by the day. Don't be part of the people who stand up and give a false allegation. Be the one who stands up and speaks the truth. Save another soul. Save another person. Because you may be the one person to decide someone's fate.